In this video, I'll show the process of building a pantry for my kitchen, based on cabinets and some scrap wood I saved from trash. While explaining where I got the wood from, I will take this opportunity to say some words about my day work. So I work at a contractor's company, and I was involved in the renovation of a private residence in Jerusalem. Like many other stone houses in Jerusalem, this 120 years old house is under preservation by municipality law. That means that it is a criminal act to make changes in the stone facades, not to mention to take the building down. Since the building is more than 100 years old, the infrastructure is obviously not relevant to the current standard of modern living, and so are the different systems in the house. This makes the renovation quite a challenge. The house is being restored in a method called facadism. That means that the whole inside of the building is being renovated and built from scratch, including digging a basement floor and adding a third floor, all this while keeping the original facade standing still. It is quite clear that taking the building down and building a new one instead make much more sense, will take less than half of the time and would save a lot of money. But these are circumstances that we have to deal with. So this is the outcome. After many months of hard work, you can see that the building is literally empty. Only metal beams hold the structure. And here's another example of a different building. Same concept. Back to woodworking. So before the demolition of the house, I noticed that the kitchen cabinets were constructed out of small boxes, and it would be easy to take them apart and to find a good use for them. Then I noticed in one of the cabinets this sticker, which states that these are certified cabinets by NKCA. Without knowing anything about it, it seems obvious that this is high standard wood cabinets. After Googling, I learned that NKCA stands for National Kitchen Cabinet Association. These cabinets were produced in the States around the 70s, apparently from Kentucky. A check in my shop showed that all these cabinets are actually stained and made from hard maple. No plywood or manufactured boards, just timber. Such a find in Israel is very rare. Timber for carpentry was never common here. And if you finally find an old furniture which is actually made from wood, most likely it would be beech. At this point it was obvious to me that I won't let these cabinets go to trash. I'm going to take those cabinets and I'll do whatever it takes. As expected, my wife didn't like the new situation in which our living room was occupied by used kitchen cabinets. I did my best to hide those cabinets in my shop and around the house, but I had to do something substantial. I started by assembling two cabinets together and removing one door. This would be the pantry base. For the legs of the base, I used a nice eucalyptus piece from a tree I sawed and dried myself over 2 years ago. It is worth to mention that cutting down a tree in Israel is illegal, even if it's a tree you planted and it's your property. The process of getting a permission for cutting down a tree involves irritating bureaucracy and is time consuming and also expensive. This is even if the tree is on the way of a new building. Unfollowing those regulations can cause for a delay in the final permission to occupy the building. This is my tilt-in router lift, designed by Matthias Wandel. It is a very useful addition to my shop and wasn't too complicated to build. One of the useful attachments of the router lift and the table is a fence. The fence can be attached in several ways and has additional accessories. When it is connected to the shop vac, it takes most of the dust out of the way. The legs are now ready, and here you can see them already connected to the pantry. Here I'm working on the countertop. I'm making the top from alternating stripes of oak and mahogany. The timber was taken from the old house. It was used there as railing for the stairs. הכחול זה דבק שמתייבש מהר, והירוק זה דבק שמתייבש לאט. אז למה אתה משתמש תמיד? This massive jointer planer is not mine. It's always good to have good friends that are also professional carpenters. Also, this heavy-duty sanding machine is not mine. It's from the same carpenter. Here we are using a fine sanding paper to get a nice finish. Now I'm chamfering the edges. Since it's against the grain, I'm using low angle block plane. Now I'm working on the higher part of this piece. I'm connecting some boxes together to install them later on the wall. I'm finishing the countertop with a polish wax. I prefer this on any other type of finish because it's less messy and very forgiving. You can't mistake with this kind of finish. And this is the final result. Since it's the first time that I add commentary to the video, and it is also the first time that I discuss about things that are not exactly carpentry, I would like to hear your thoughts about it. Your comments are welcome. Thanks, and see you next time.